Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. How's everyone doing this morning? Let me just look at the chat. Lisa, Southern Mom, Cement Shoes, Nurse Teacher. Let's see who else. Verbal Constipation. It is Stacy, Tarot Reader. You made it this morning, girl. How's everyone doing? Now, I said I was going to turn my camera on this morning, and I am at the end of my stream because I'm going to make y'all laugh. If I turned on right now, nobody's going to take me serious when our topics this morning. Also, I have something very important to tell y'all. I have some really, really sad news. Hey, Debbie, good morning. Hey, Emily. My tendonitis is flared up just listening. Oh, gosh, I know how that feels. Prayers in. Hey, Chef Betsy. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. So, I have another death in the family. My mom's boyfriend, longtime boyfriend, partner, has passed away unexpectedly. Now, he's been sick with cancer, but he was in remission. But he was on oxygen because he couldn't breathe good. Well, he had to go to the hospital because he couldn't breathe. They got him stabilized. He was feeling good. Said that's the best he had felt in a while. He was in the hospital 2 nights. The second night, he called my mom. He's like, this is the best I felt in a long time. And he's like, I love you. They'll probably let me out in a couple of days. Blah, blah, blah. See, the hospital's only letting one person in with a patient. And his daughter was there, but she had went out in the truck. Anyways, hangs up the phone. And he must have decided to go to the bathroom. When he got up, he had a heart attack. And when he fell over, he hit his head on the nightstand. And the doctor told my mom that they worked on him 30 minutes and just couldn't save him. Yeah, my son is really upset. He's been around Timothy 10, 11 years. He's like a papa to Timothy. And I may have to end up taking in one of his little wiener dogs. The dash hounds, dachshunds, however you say it. People say it differently. He's got a young pup named Callie. Actually, he's got 2. My mom's going to take one, the little boy. And I'll probably have to take Callie. Thank you, Chef. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, I've been trying to take my mind off of it, been watching some TikTok videos, and I got an outfit together this morning I'm going to show y'all at the end of the stream. We got to laugh. If I don't laugh, I'll cry. You know what I mean? But anyways, we're going to talk about some true crime this morning. Get my mind off that. Discussing true crime with y'all always takes my mind off of my real life issues that's going on. It's been one thing after another. Had dental surgery. It's took longer to recover. My face is still swollen. My little Yorkie's got congestive heart failure. She's been real sick. Before that, my beagle Skylar was real sick. It's just been one thing after another. I'm so stressed out. Anyhow. Oh, gosh. Okay, so first, let's talk about Sydney Sutherland this morning since I have her name in the title. Then we'll talk about everything else I got in the thumbnail. There's a crazy story I was going to share with y'all about a YouTuber. She's a makeup artist. She had 2 babies, threw them away since she had them. She just got sentenced. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about a homeowner who shot his 8-month pregnant wife. She's 8 months pregnant. He shot her, thought she was an intruder, something up with that. And then there's a pimp and a madam that killed the prostitute who worked for them. They dismembered her, then tried to collect insurance money on her. And what else did I have wrote down? That's it. Let's talk about Sydney first. Let me get it pulled up here. Let me share a picture for anybody that's not familiar. Sydney was just jogging down the road one day, and this monster ran her over, went back, picked her body up, took her to a location, raped her. They're saying she was probably dying at the time that he raped her, or she was already dead. Yeah, and they were Facebook friends. I'm just going to leave her picture pulled up there, and I'm just going to read it from, let me just find it on my phone and read it. It's just so much easier. My laptop's kind of sitting far away from me right now. Oh, my goodness, these sick monsters. I think he had Sydney spotted out for a long time. This is a small community. Okay. Sydney Sutherland's accused killer ran Jogger over with his truck, then raped her when she was already dying, possibly dead. That's what documents say. He's a monster, an evil monster, Sydney's mother said. She did not deserve any of that. Of course not, she didn't. Her mom wants them to seek the death penalty against this weirdo. Says the man accused of killing Sydney Sutherland reportedly rammed her with his truck before loading her body onto the vehicle, driving to another location where he raped and buried her. The new details about the Arkansas woman's senseless, brutal murder raise possible questions about whether the 25-year-old woman was alive or conscious while she was being sexually assaulted. Sydney Sutherland's confessed killer, Quake Llewellyn, something like that, 28, was charged with multiple counts, including murder, kidnapping, abuse of a corpse. Quake reportedly knew who Sydney was, as the two went to high school together, but a motive for the seemingly random attack on an August afternoon remains unclear. According to an affidavit obtained by the Arkansas Democratic Gazette, Quake Llewellyn told police the sequence of events, but the report does not clarify at what point Sydney is believed to have died. Her body was found over 2 miles from where Quake is believed to have hit her with his pickup truck. A medical examiner determined that she died of multiple blunt force injuries. The victim's mother, Maggie Sutherland, told The Sun that she hopes Quake is given the death penalty. He was very cruel to do what he did the way that he did it, the grieving mother said. To me, he deserves the death penalty. He is a monster, an evil monster. She did not deserve any of that. Now, Quake pleaded not guilty to the charges, and he is due in court in February. Now, this is a small community, and I think that she went jogging all the time. So I'm thinking he had her spotted out. He probably knew her routine. He probably traveled down that road often that she jogged on. Hell, he knew her, you know. They went to school together, high school. They were friends on Facebook. I think he had it in his mind to do that to her for quite some time, and he saw the opportunity and took it. That's what I think. Now, he's from a well-known family, farming. They own a farm, you know. Let me get back to my chat here. Get on my live chat. Hey, Natalie. I researched this when it was happening. There was an attempted abduction to 2 different women around Sydney's age just a few days before. Yeah. People that do things like this, it's always been in them to do it. He just saw the opportunity and just took it. I wonder what happened with the attempted abductions. Did the women get away? Were they not able to identify him, Natalie? What was up with that? That girl didn't see who it was, so it very well could have been him. Oh, she didn't see. Okay, sorry, I just saw your message in. She didn't see. Yeah, he's a predator, a monster. Hey, Soul, how you been doing? It's good to see you. Well, I hope they seek the death penalty in this case. Can you imagine how badly injured she was? He ran her over with a big pickup truck. Hopefully, she was unconscious and she did not know what this monster was doing to her. I pray that she didn't know. He looks like a weirdo to me, guys. I can spot those weirdos out. He's got evil eyes. She's such a pretty lady. And I saw some pictures of Sydney and her mom this morning in another article, and they look just alike, identical. Her mom's heartbroken. Her whole family is, of course. What I mean, what makes these sickos think they're going to get away with something like that? He probably acted on impulse. But like I said, it's always been in him to do something like this. A normal person just don't all of a sudden one day see a girl driving down the road and be like, oh, I'm going to run her over and rape her while she's dying and bury her body. No, he's never been normal. He's a weirdo. Oh, nobody gets offended me saying weirdo, but these monsters are weirdos to me. Hey, Hazel Basil. Long time no see. Where you been, hun? Now we're going to talk about this YouTuber. We need to look up her channel, guys. After I tell y'all the story. YouTube makeup artist who threw 2 live babies in trash after one took multiple gasping breaths learns her fate. She got like 40 years. I'm going to tell you. She got 40 years and she's not eligible to be released early. She's not eligible for any parole. She's got to pull the 40 years. Thank God. This woman has other children too. I'm going to read the whole story to you guys. Happened in South Carolina. South Carolina makeup artist, who threw 2 newborn babies in the trash, learned in court this week that she'll spend decades in prison for her ill-thought decision. Ill thought. This is pure evil. Horry County Judge Stephen John announced that Thursday that Alyssa Ann DeVault, 32, will spend the next 40 years behind bars, Myrtle Beach Online reports. DeVault turned herself in last month to the North Myrtle Beach police a day after her trial was complete, and the jury found her guilty on 2 counts of homicide by child abuse. DeVault was charged after she gave birth to a boy December 2018. According to the prosecution, the baby took multiple gasping breaths before she disposed of him. Disposed of a little innocent newborn baby. Initially, DeVault, who landed on the police radar after she showed up at the hospital with an infection caused by the placenta not passing during childbirth, told police that she was all about her children. She has 2 other young children who lived with her in Myrtle Beach and thought she had had a miscarriage. I don't know how to explain it to you. I would know if I had a baby, DeVault said. The interview quickly shifted as DeVault began to cry and sob uncontrollably. She then said she had also thrown away a newborn baby girl in 2017. Jesus mercy. She needs to be took out and hung. After learning of the 2017 incident, authorities obtained medical records from DeVault's prenatal visits and determined the baby girl had a healthy heartbeat during DeVault's third trimester. As far as a motive, DeVault claims she was scared when she decided to throw her babies away. Bull crap, lady. You done had 2 kids prior to that. Bull crap. Evil. I don't believe that for a second. She's scared. I was so scared. I don't know. I wasn't thinking. I don't have an explanation. I wasn't thinking. I was too scared. Normal people don't react that way. You freaking monster. Although the defense requested a sentence reduction by citing mental illness and a clear previous criminal record, Chief Deputy Solicitor Scott Hickson argued that DeVault was not insane. No, she's not insane. She just didn't want to care for any more kids. She didn't want them. In South Carolina, you are either insane or you're not, Hickson said, according to the Post and Courier. And since she's not, she bears the full brunt of the law. It is really important for people to know that there are options. Every life is terribly important. And if you have a problem or there is a concern, reach out. People will help you. You don't have to do this alone. You don't have to take drastic steps by yourself. In South Carolina, the Safe Haven for Baby law allows parents to drop off newborns up to 2 months of age at appropriate locations, such as hospitals, fire stations, or an emergency medical station. DeVault is not eligible for parole. Now, she should have got more than 40 years. That's 2 babies she killed. I'd say those babies would have made it if she had, called 911. Hey, I just gave birth at home. No, she did not want the babies. That's why she got rid of them. She already had 2 kids and she didn't want to take care of no more. Let's look at her YouTube channel. Let me see if I can find it. A lot of people don't use, their real name for their YouTube channel. It didn't say what the name was. Let me put in channel so it'll pull it up. Okay. It says YouTuber. Let's look here, see if I can find it. I see videos done about her. They must have took down her channel. Let me just share in a second. I'm going to show y'all a thumbnail, some makeup she did. It's bloody. Must have been Halloween makeup or some crap. This is on someone else's channel. I don't see her channel. There she is. It's saying famous YouTuber. I've never heard of her. There's an Alyssa, but that's not her. Oh, that's Christmas makeup, it looks like. Who cares? She can do good makeup. She's a freaking monster. There's no excuse for what this woman done. They have safe haven laws. She could have had those babies and gave them up to for adoption to a family that really wanted kids, and could give them good homes. It's bullcrap. Hey, AP. 40 years for taking 2 lives. Can you believe that? Another Crystal Kenny wrist slap. Yeah, she got away with murder. KK did. Crystal Kenny. She sure did. She could have prevented Kelsey's murder. Hey, Light Feather. So it just goes to show you really don't know who's behind the camera. How they really are in real life. You just don't never know. So much evil in the world, so much. Hey, Sunny Side Up. Good morning. It's unreal. It's unreal. I can't believe that she admitted to killing the other baby, disposing of the baby girl. And what year was that? 2017? Lady, have you never heard of birth control? If you didn't want kids, you should have took birth control. You should keep your legs crossed, as my granny would say. Hey, you do the crime, you do the time. She should have got more than 40 years. She should have got the death penalty. No, it's in South Carolina, Verbal. It's in South Carolina in Myrtle Beach. I'd never heard of her. I bet YouTube deleted her channel after she was arrested and charged. I see Crime Online's got an article about Lori Vallow, but we didn't listen to. It's just about that recording that we listened to the other day, where she's at one of her stupid cult meetings talking, and she's talking about, she thought about killing Joseph Ryan because the Bible says if a man hits you once, twice, 3 times, then you can kill him. Yeah. See, she's always had homicidal thoughts. Okay, where's my next thing I want to talk about? Oh, the homeowner. But I want to share something else with you before we get to the homeowner who shot his pregnant wife. I want to share a story with you, and it'll make you think, do I really know who my neighbors are? Yeah, you're going to be thinking that. This was down in Florida. This neighborhood had a convicted rapist living next to him. They didn't even know it. He'd been on the run for 40 years. He was a college instructor. And, he had took the identity of a little boy that died in 1945. He was using his name and stuff. He had a driver's license. It had his picture on it, but the deceased little boy's name and stuff. A Connecticut man who's been on the run from authorities for 40 years has been caught in Florida. News Channel 8 reports that Clearwater police captured 76-year-old Douglas Bennett in Clearwater on Wednesday. In 1975, Bennett was convicted of a slew of felonies, including rape, kidnapping, sexual contact, robbery, and deviant sexual intercourse after he attacked a woman at her home on Valentine's Day in 1974. A Connecticut jury convicted him, and a judge assigned him to serve 9 to 18 years at the Connecticut State Prison after he beat the victim, robbed her, and raped her for an hour inside a car by the residents. His lawyer at the time, F. Lee Bailey, claimed that Bennett was innocent and would be cleared on an appeal. In 1976, however, the state Supreme Court upheld Bennett's convictions. When Bennett lost the appeal, he never showed up to serve his sentence. Authorities in Clearwater matched Bennett's fingerprints to the ones in Connecticut and noted he was carrying a driver's license with his photo on it, but was with someone else's information. The Hartford Courant reports that investigators were alerted when Bennett reportedly applied for a fake passport, which was flagged because of a late-issued Social Security card. In 1977, Bennett allegedly took on the identity of a 5-year-old child who had passed away in 1945 in Massachusetts. He had been using the child's identity ever since he had been on the run. It's unclear how the child was connected to the suspect, but Bennett is a former Mount Holyoke college drama instructor. I don't think I said that right. And the child reportedly died near the college. Okay, let me remove Nancy Grace's stinking ad here. A neighbor who had lived by Bennett for years was shocked to learn about his past. It's incredible. You only hear of this stuff on TV, in a book, or in a movie, these things. It's really sinister. It's bad. It's bad. It's as bad as it gets. Covers all the bases. Neighbor John Quimet told News Channel 8. Bennett was arrested and charged with passport fraud, aggravated identity theft. He remains behind bars. Well, he's going to be cuffed and stuffed till he passes away. He'll be serving his sentence now. He may not pass away in the next 18 years. But, prison really takes a toll on people, especially if they go in at an older age, Really just takes a toll on them. So, you really never know who's living next door to you. Never know how people are. Never know what goes on behind closed doors. It's crazy. Okay. Now, we're going to get to this other case in Florida. I'm very suspicious of this husband in this case. Now, he says he thought there was an intruder in the house, got out his gun and shot, then figured out it was his pregnant wife. Wait till I read y'all this. Y'all going to be giving him the side eye. My life is over. Homeowner mistakes pregnant wife for intruder. Fatally shoots her. Okay. Authorities in Florida have opened an investigation after a man reportedly fatally shot his pregnant wife early Wednesday after mistaking her for a home intruder. Martin County Police said the man fired his handgun once, striking his pregnant wife outside their bedroom. The man said he did not realize his wife was not in the bedroom with him when he heard someone outside their bedroom door, according to WPEC. It's unclear how far along in her pregnancy the deceased woman was. Doctors delivered her unborn child, who is reportedly in critical condition. I read somewhere she was like 8 months pregnant. Police told WPEC that before the shooting, the man heard noises, reached over to touch what he thought was his wife, which was actually the family dog. It was dimly lit. He saw a figure. He fired one round, then discovered he had shot his wife, Sheriff William Snyder told Treasure Coast newspapers. The man reportedly told a 911 dispatcher, "I shot my wife by accident." Responding deputies found the man wearing only boxer briefs, screaming for help while holding his toddler son in a covered carport. "I just shot my wife. My life is over," the man told deputies, per an incident report obtained by WFLX. Officers reportedly found the deceased woman on the floor between the living areas. She was barefoot and had a pool of blood around her head. I must shot her in the freaking head. Investigators noted that the lights were on in the carport kitchen, above a dining room table, and in a hallway. Forensic investigators took photos at night to ascertain how dark it was near the bedroom when the man shot his wife. "We treat every death by gunshot as suspicious," Sheriff Snyder told Treasure Coast newspapers. "We take nothing for granted, and we believe nothing on face value." Well, you can't if you're going to be a good cop. You can't believe something just because someone tells you that. Just because they're crying, acting upset, don't mean, that they're telling the freaking truth. There's really no pictures to share with you. Just a picture of the house and yellow sheriff's tape. But I've heard this story before, guys. I've heard this story before. There was a woman who shot her husband, and she said she thought it was an intruder. Guess what? She was lying. She murdered her husband. She didn't think it was an intruder. And when I read this story, that's the first thing I thought about was that case. I can't think of the name of it because I watch a lot of crime on the ID channel and Oxygen channel, but I could probably mess around with Google and find it if I had to. He shot her square in the head. Yes, it said blood was pooled around her head. You hear something in your house, you don't automatically shoot when you can't even see what you're shooting at. This might be negligent homicide charge. Never know. We're going to follow this and see what happens with it, though. If y'all see any updates or anything, let me know. I'm giving him the side eye right now. I'm not accusing him, but I'm suspicious. Very, very suspicious. Hope to God he didn't kill her on purpose and their son or toddler in the home. I don't know if it was a son or not, but toddler. Could be wrong, but I think you knew. Yeah, there's something not right about this. There's something not right about it. As soon as I read it, I thought about that other case, that woman shooting her husband. Claiming it, she thought she was shooting an intruder. I've heard, several cases like that. Same scenario. Now, prayers for her family, her little child. It's so awful. I hope the baby makes it. I'm going to keep up with this, and I'm hoping and praying. I read somewhere this morning she was 8 months pregnant. I mean, that's still real early to deliver a baby, right? But still, it could make it. My nephew, when he was born, he only weighed 2 pounds. 2 pounds. He made it. It's a big old boy. Now he's grown. Now, this next case is really gruesome. Chris Watts should have tried this story. It's better than what he came up with. Yeah. No matter if Chris would have been caught, even if Shanann's friend hadn't called police right away. Thank God. She knew something was wrong, and, he didn't have time to get rid of Shanann's purse and other crap. But even if he had have had time to got rid of her purse and stuff, they still would have found out. He would have been caught regardless. They would eventually have found Shanann's grave and the girls. He's a monster. Makes me sick when I read about him and his newfound freaking religion, jailhouse religion. What else has he got to do? If he got out of jail today, I could bet you my life he wouldn't keep up with the Bible and going to church and all that, preaching and all that. Absolutely not. Uh-oh. I clicked on something. Well, let me get out of this. Okay. I clicked on that code ad. So next story, it says, Pimp in Madden, kill prostitute, leave her torso in park to collect insurance money. 2 people were arrested in New Jersey in connection with the April 2018 death of a woman whose dismembered body was found in a New York park. Corey Martin, 33, and Adele Anderson, 32, were arrested in Trenton on charges of conspiring to commit wire fraud, aggravated identity theft. The pair have not been charged with Brandy Odom's murder. Brandy Odom's head and torso, which had a unique tattoo, were discovered in a, Canarsie Park. Her limbs were found the following day in garbage bags located several blocks away. A woman walking her dog found Odom's dismembered body, sources told WABC. That a bloody saw was recovered in a trash can near the crime scene. Jesus mercy. You got to be a sick, twisted individual to dismember a body. People reported that Odom, 26, lived with Martin and Anderson, whom the Daily News reported were Odom's pimp and madam. Federal prosecutors charged that Martin strangled Odom before chopping up her body and scattering her remains at the park. From March 2017 to August 2018, Martin and Anderson reportedly plotted to collect $200,000 in life insurance policies Anderson set up in Odom's name after her death. Anderson allegedly named herself the sole beneficiary and fraudulently listed herself as Odom's sister while trying to collect the benefits following Odom's slaying. Anderson reportedly told one of the insurance companies she died by suicide. She told another insurance company that Odom was a homicide victim, but she was unable to tell them what funeral home handled her funeral, people reported. According to the Daily News, Anderson told federal investigators in October that Martin strangled Odom and dismembered her body. Anderson allegedly admitted to helping dump Odom's body, but claimed she feared Martin. Sure, you feared him. Now that you're in trouble, you fear him. They planned it together. Martin was ordered to remain jailed without bail. It's not immediately clear whether Anderson remains in custody. Sick individuals. I'm gonna tell you what, people that work in the sex industry, like prostitutes and stuff, people treat them so badly. I mean, they act like, that like nobody cares about them just because, they work in the sex industry. It's bullshit. They're still human beings with feelings. They still got family and friends that love and care for them. Down on her luck and probably had to do it. I can't even cut a whole chicken. How someone could dismember a person, I'll never understand. I know it bothers me seeing like a turkey. Like a turkey he baked. It bothers me touching that. I'm about to where, guys, I can't hardly eat meat. It just makes me feel so bad. I'd like to be a vegetarian. I can eat fish. That don't bother me. This is just so sad. Trying to collect insurance money on her. And some of the insurance policies were taken out after her death, is what it was saying. Freaking sickos, monsters. I hope they both get the death penalty. And that woman, the Anderson woman, she's lying. They plotted this together. Both the pimp and the madam did. They plotted it together. And now she's trying to throw him under the bus and distance herself from the crime. He's the one that committed the murder. She just helped dispose of the body parts after he dismembered this young lady. Sickos. I didn't go to medical school because I found out all students have to perform autopsies. Yeah, on cadavers. Some people, they donate their body to science to help the medical students. People do desperate things when they're desperate. Probably had an abusive childhood. It's probably, maybe had a drug addiction. These pimps and madams, they prey on these vulnerable young men and women. It's male prostitutes too. It's just so sad. And, a lot of these weirdos, some of these serial killers, they preyed on prostitutes because they thought nobody would miss them. Nobody cared about them. They were wrong. We use cadavers in nursing school too. Oh my gosh, guys, in science class, they wanted us to dissect a pig. I refused to do it. I didn't come to school on that day. And like a big old tapeworm and stuff. I did participate in that. I got the boy that was my partner to do all that crap. And then they had like a frog. Killed me to have to do that to that poor frog. Even though it was already dead, been dead a long time, I didn't like it. And I would not dissect that pig. Absolutely not. I've always loved animals. My family called me Ellie Mae Clampett from the Beverly Hillbillies growing up because, Ellie Mae liked all those animals, and so do I. What time is it getting to be? Let's see what else is going on. And then I'm going to show you. I'm going to make y'all laugh before I get off here. I can't believe it's already Friday. Oh, tonight, Diane's channel is having ladies' night. She's going to announce the costume contest winners. I probably didn't win because everybody else was like funnier than me. And my face was all freaking swollen. I look like a big monster face up there. Oh my gosh. Let's just look at this article, what it's saying about Lori Vallow, even though we already know this. In a newly obtained audio recording, Lori Vallow can reportedly be heard talking about her desire to kill her ex-husband, Joseph Ryan, years after he died of an apparent heart attack. Oh, yeah, they're supposed to be Christians, but, she was there at that meeting talking ill of the dead. Okay. Ryan was the father of Lori's daughter, Tylee, who was found dead along with her 7-year-old brother, Joshua Bella. Sorry, I got sidetracked here. Ryan was the father of Lori Bella's daughter, Tylee, who was found dead along with her 7-year-old brother, Joshua Bella, JJ, in the Idaho backyard of Bella's husband, Chad Dunbell. Ryan died in 2018, several years after his divorce from Lori, whose now adult son said this year that Ryan sexually abused him. Tylee Ryan also suggested during childhood therapy sessions that Ryan was abusive. Now, I believe it was Light Feathers saying that she was watching Joseph Ryan's sister's videos, Annie Cushing, and she did admit that her brother was an abusive person. Ryan's sister, Annie Cushing, who has been pushing for investigators to take another look at her brother's death, reportedly obtained an audio recording of Vallow talking about her relationship with Ryan. Annie shared the recording with the Idaho Files Post Register, reportedly telling the news outlet that a reliable source, who she declined to identify, gave her the recording that was taken at a stupid meeting for preparing a People Stupid cult, a religious group that was reportedly led by Chad Dunbell. Lori Vallow is believed to become involved in the group only in the last 2 or 3 years. According to the report, Vallow is heard discussing her life and early struggles with the group. I don't know how anyone could listen to her. We listened to that recording the other day. She's totally insane. Fake as hell. Sitting there talking about her husband, ex-husband, being abusive to her and the kids, and she thought about killing him, and she's laughing and going on. And then she starts telling these crazy stories. Something about she, wasn't good with computers. She had to put in a bunch of people's names for the register or some crap like that. She asked God to do it, and her angels come and done it for her. Because she sucks at computer. Bull crap. And she also said she was a warrior from a previous life. Like she was, like a warrior for God and fought with the sword and all this. The woman is freaking insane. She's got schizophrenia or something. I believe she's got schizophrenia. I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying. I believe she's got schizophrenia. And Chad saw that and he knew she, would be easily to manipulate. But she sought Chad out. She started reading his books, became obsessed with, his books and his writing, and sought him out. Went to one of his, speeches, book signing. Oh, crap, I'm about to time somebody out. She's freaking delusional. I like Annie Cushing. She seems very smart. I agree, Purple. I like her. And these videos, Light Feather's talking about, I'm going to have to check them out because Light Feather's telling us at the Google Meet, because we was discussing Lori Vallow, and, I said maybe she brainwashed her son into saying that Joseph Ryan was abusive, and Light Feather's like, no. His sister, she's got these videos, and she's talking about Joseph. She loved her brother, but, he was abusive. Facts are just facts. So I got to check that out. So maybe, she's on tape saying that, she thought about it. See, she's always had homicidal thoughts. I never knowed there was a place in the Bible that said, if your husband hits you once, if he hits you twice, if he hits you 3 times, then you can murder him. I have never before in my life heard that. I grew up going to church with my grandfather and stuff. I used to go to Sunday school, vacation Bible school, all that. I have never heard that before in my life. The only thing I've ever heard is like a wife's supposed to cling to her husband, supposed to obey her husband. um, this is 2020. Wives don't obey their husbands no more. But that's the only thing I've ever heard in the Bible. And what else was it? I think when someone gets married, like a man, he's supposed to cling to his wife, put his wife first before, like his mom and dad or something like that. Some kind of crap like that. I don't know. I'm not calling the Bible crap. I just can't remember it. I got a bad habit of saying crap. California is the only one with the 3-strike law. She's saying it's in the freaking Bible, y'all. I think Lori put misinformation in her son's head. Yeah. Now, I did hear Kobe saying that Joseph, he'd be mean to him when people went around, like walk up and flip him in the head and stuff. Let's see, what else did it say? Here's exactly what she said. I'd been married to someone who was very awful, who raped my children. I had divorced him, gotten away from him. She told the group about the couple's custody battles, accused Ryan of trying to get custody of Tylee, primarily to take revenge on her mother. When Ryan successfully petitioned for shared custody of Tylee, Lori decided she would kill him. She reportedly told the group, I was going to murder him. I was going to kill him like the scriptures say, like Nephi killed, just to stop the pain and to stop him coming after me and to stop him coming after my children. I thought I couldn't take it anymore. I would go through the scriptures and find all things like, if he comes at you once, if he comes at you twice, if he comes against you 3 times, then you can kill him. It says it in the scripture in the Book of Mormon. Oh, it says in the Book of Mormon, not King James Version Bible. It was like, there it is. There's my answer. I don't want to do anything that's wrong. I did not have a murderous heart. Oh, yes, you did. I just wanted to stop the bleeding and stop the pain. And so someone wise was speaking to me and said, you need to go to the temple. So I went and met with my bishop, and I was like, I'm either going to turn my life to the temple or I'm going to commit murder. Newsflash, lady, you committed murder 3 different times. Charles Bellow and your 2 precious children. She's always had a murderous heart. Always. If I had thoughts like that, I don't believe I'd go share them with a freaking group. I think every abused, I will say this, every abused woman's been like physically abused by this man, for a number of years. They have thought, yeah, I'm going to kill this son of a bitch next time he hits me, But Lori's a different story. Lori's always had a murderous heart. She's always had homicidal thoughts. It wouldn't surprise me she killed her sister out of jealousy. Her sister, Melanie Boudreau's mom, she died years ago when she was young, but I think she had, they say she had diabetes real bad. Died from complications from that. Is that not using a position of power to manipulate people? Yes. 6th commandment in the Bible, thou shalt not murder. Exactly, Carolina girl. No wonder I kept saying, I've never saw that in the Bible. No wonder I've not saw it in the Bible. She got that from the Book of Mormon. From the Book of Mormon. If anybody's of the Mormon faith, each their own. I just don't believe that way. The thought has crossed my mind, not gonna lie. That was many years ago when I was living it. Yeah, of course, crossed my mind too several times. When that monster I was married to was beating the life out of me. But she was thinking about murdering Joseph after she was separated from him. Is what it's saying. After she, done moved down, all this and that. When he got shared custody, that's when she was thinking about killing him. Lori didn't get what she wanted. 'Cause I can't talk. Lori didn't get what she wanted. So she's going to commit murder because of it. Anything that gets in Lori's way, she gets rid of. It's like she did her kids. Her kids were in her way. That's the way Lori thought. They were in her way. They were zombies. So she got rid of them. She had them killed. I believe she got Alex to kill the kids. I don't know if she was there when they died or not. But I don't think she actually committed the murders, but she's the most responsible because they were her kids. You know what I mean? I think it was all financially driven. Well, yeah, she planned on collecting life insurance from Charles's death. She got fooled because he had changed the beneficiary to his sister Annie. She kind of knew that before he died, though. She had a suspicion. She's just going to take a gamble. Maybe he hadn't changed it, you know. So she got Alex to basically ambush Charles when he came there that morning to pick up JJ, take him to school. One reason I think they killed Tylee is because Tylee knew the truth, that they murdered Charles. Charles didn't try to attack Alex. He didn't have no bruises, scrapes on him. He was holding the back of his head when police arrived that day. And really, if Charles was attacking him, why didn't he shoot him in the leg? That'd stop him, put him down. No, he shot to kill. I don't believe it's self-defense anyways. He was ambushed. It was murder. Murder. You know, Charles seemed like a good man, good-looking man, too. I didn't realize it for a long time, but they had been married for years. Over 10 years, I believe. About 15. Because Lori was mad as hell after he died, and she found out she wasn't getting diddly squat. She said, all these years of marriage, and I get nothing. You don't deserve nothing, you witch. She's as evil as they get. Preaching the word of God, committing murder in his name. The only thing they're going to be leading is the devils into hell. She is not going to be leading nobody into heaven. I got news for them. It's my opinion. Her and Dumbbell is going to split hell wide open, and Alex is already down there waiting on them. Throwed a pool party the same day Charles was murdered. Have they revealed how the kids died? No, not as I know of. The only thing I've heard is that Tylee's remains were dismembered and burned. I think JJ had like duct tape on him. Maybe even a plastic bag, or I can't remember. If it was a plastic bag around his head and duct tape or just duct tape. Those two is evil. These people blow my mind, preaching the word of God and committing murder. And these people that, preach the word of God and sexually abuse children, it blows my freaking mind. On the body cam footage the day Charles was killed when police arrived, Lori acted like nothing was wrong. She was giddy, laughing. She's like, oh gosh, we just moved in. Wonder what the neighbors are going to think. Like, hi, neighbor. She is a freaking idiot. I'm going to tell you. She is a total fake. When I was listening to that recording, you can just tell she is just so freaking fake. She was saying, what a sweet person. She's a really sweet person. But she's really a warrior, too. That's what she's saying. That's what got me the way she acted. It didn't bother her a bit. Now, even if, her and Charles was split up, getting a divorce, him dying like that, her being married to him for years, you would think it would have bothered her some. No, it didn't, because it was planned out. She knew he was going to die. She knew he was going to die. I can't believe that they really thought that they were going to get by with killing those children. I knew that those kids were dead a long time ago. Just something in me just knew, especially when I learned she gave JJ's service dog away. His therapy dog. Kept him calm, kept him in bed. That told me that he wasn't stashed nowhere at no compound because he had autism, and that dog he had was to keep him calm and in the bed. And if you're going to stash a kid away and hide them away and they got autism, get upset easy, you're going to take their dog with them so they'll stay calm, right? That was how I thought about it. Self-defense is maybe 1 or 2 shots. Hey, well, he could have shot him in the leg or something, couldn't him, AP? So, like, if it really was self-defense. We all knew, Sissy. We were screaming for months. I know it. I know it. Part of me would think, just a little part of me, they could be stashed away at a compound. But I just knew it wasn't the truth. All their stuff was in storage. She tried to sell the dog. The dog trainer saw it online. Calls her's like, you can't sell this dog. You can't do that. So they came and got the dog back. I think his name is Bailey. Came and got the dog back and gave it to another family that needed a service dog. I can't wait for La Monster's day in court. Yeah, Letitia, I call her La Monster. Just imagine what Tylee's life was like. Listening to her mom's religious, what do you call it, rhetoric. I guess that's how you say it, rhetoric. Knowing she's a freaking nut. Tylee didn't believe that crap. I can't believe Melanie Gibb would believe all that hogwash Chad Dunbell and Hori Lori were telling them. Latrocity. Oh, that's a good name for her. She's pure evil, that one is. Her eyes are dark as night. How you doing, Michelle? I just love your doggy's picture. Is that really your dog? It's like the cutest picture. Let's put it up. Yeah, she didn't get his medicine filled. That's right, Carolina girl. I just knew. And here, when authorities go to question them, they take off to Hawaii, just over in Hawaii, shopping, going out to eat, going to the beach, living it up. And all the time, those 2 kids, those poor kids, was buried in Chad Dunbell's backyard in Pet Cemetery. Evil, pure evil. Do these religious cult leaders, not know? It says in the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not commit murder. Do you think God wants you to murder an innocent person in his name? Absolutely not. Freaking weirdos. Is that a border collie? Oh, she's beautiful, Michelle. She's beautiful. My landlord's just got a Australian Shepherd. Oh my gosh, she is beautiful. She's gray and white. She's just a puppy. Well, excuse me, it's a boy. She told me it was a boy. Let's see. Hey, Soccer Mama of One. You get your late slip. I'm going to change up our channel member emojis a little bit. Get some cuter ones. I may be getting a new dog. I may have to take Mom's boyfriend's little dog. I can't let it be without a home. Here's the thing. He told my mom months ago if anything happened to me, he wanted me to have her. It's just going to be a lot on me, Anyways, guys, I want to show y'all something. Let me remove the spanner. Because I told you I'm going to turn on my camera before I get off here. I'm getting ready to get off here. Because Mark's not home and Chloe's in there and I need to check on her. Oh, no, I don't want to screen share her. This is why I said I couldn't turn the camera on until I got done. Uh-oh, it's covering my eyeballs. I should have used a hairpin. Until I got done with my stream. Look. Ah! You can't see it. Here is my Lowry. Hey, y'all send me some good vibes. I want to win that Halloween costume contest. I'm going to get used out of my headbands. I'm going to be wearing this one. I guess I could wear it for Christmas. I need a Christmas one. Wear it for Valentine's Day. I got a cute one that Barry Mary sent me. It looked good on Easter, spring, or get married in, or something. Yeah, I got my Lowry. If you need me to read from it, Soccer Mom, I will. I'll read my Lowry to you. I don't even have anything in this. I've had it forever. Oh, yeah, I got my meat grinder. Ah! This is my pretend meat grinder. It's actually a coffee grinder. Ah! It fell apart. What happened? Oh, it's got to be screwed back on here. Well, crap. I'll have to get Mark to fix it. It unscrewed. But anyhow. There it is. Anyways, y'all have a good weekend. Please remember my mom and her boyfriend, Wayne, his family in your prayers. For those that come in late, my mom's boyfriend passed away. Yes, he passed away night before last. I just found out yesterday. It's worn out from the grinding husbands. I can't believe that done that, y'all. I've never used this but once. It sits in there as a freaking decoration. It just screws back on here, though, so it better not be freaking broke. He paid about $50 for this little thing. It's heavy as crap. Hey, Drama. Yeah, I love this headband. This is one I wore on Diane's. I love the fall one, too. It's beautiful. I'm going to be wearing it, too, for y'all. Oh, yeah. And for those of you that don't know what a burrito blanket is, this is what a burrito blanket is. Ah, I'm hung. It's round, and it actually looks like it's a burrito. It's real. It's cool. I put it like this around me and lay down every night, and I go right off to sleep. Right off. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Carolina girl. Yeah, voting's over with. Maybe I'll win third place. Maybe I'll win third place on. I'd be happy with that. I just want to win. See, I won that damn burrito. Hey, you're going to love it. Mine's flannel. Oh, my gosh. It's so good. You're going to love it. Get it. You're going to love it. Barry Mary sent me this when I was recovering from dental surgery. Hell, I'm still recovering. Look at my face, y'all. Right here. It's still swelled up. Voting's over with, cement shoes. Last night was, deadline for it. Thank you, Cheryl. Maybe I'll win. I'm going to have a hard time beating Tawanda in her costume, lavender. Hey, cat. What's up? Hey, you cool cat. I'm doing better. I got that stinking mouthwash I got to use, and it's healed my mouth up. I'm ready for the stitches come out, but my face is still, it's still swelled, see? It's still puffed. Anyways, I dread the bottom surgery. It's only got to be on the back, and I got to get my teeth cleaned and a filling in the front, and that's it. It won't be as bad. Thank God. Anyways, I love y'all. Y'all have a good weekend. I might try to do a stream tomorrow night. We might play some Family Feud or something. Just goof off if I can. I got this death in the family. I got to call my mom and see what the funeral arrangements are here in a minute. Oh, I love my burrito blanket. Thank you, Kat. Oh, she's doing better. She's doing a lot better since she got that medicine. Thanks for asking. Makes her high as hell. She's on like 5 different medicines. It's expensive, $178 a month for Chloe, but she's worth it. I'd pay my last dollar just to keep her, comfortable and keep her in her medicine and everything. This is sliding over my eyes. Anyways, y'all have a good weekend. Love y'all. Be safe. Be kind. Peace. Get a burrito blanket.